Hello everyone, I'm Charlie Tolhurst and welcome to a new YouTube video today on Chaz and Squash, talking about all things Motormania and of course cars on the Motormania YouTube channel today. If you want to hear more videos, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel Chaz and Squash by hitting the bell icon on the top right hand corner of the screen. I'll alert you when new videos get uploaded. Now, we are going to be talking tonight in the first of a new series on driving test centres around the UK, including here in Essex. Particularly Essex where I live. I'm going to be talking about my hometown of Basildon. Now, Basildon, of course, is a driving test centre that should be fairly easy to pass at. If you drive around the roads here in Basildon, they often should be fairly easy to drive. However, though, it isn't the easiest centre to pass. In fact, according to a recent survey, Basildon is pass rate, actually, according to the DVSA and statistics, is 49%, and that's in car MC1, MCD, and AD 13. So, it is certainly one of the more difficult driving test routes to pass at. Now, whether you learn in a car or a manual and automatic or a car or van, whatever, it depends on what you learn to drive in. Obviously, we're talking about the car here, which is what this video covers, is what this channel mainly covers. Okay, on this series on my channel. But I want to say, okay, I learned to drive in a Vauxhall Corsa. Okay, well, I learned to drive in a Vauxhall Corsa, and I took my test in a full Fiesta in Southend. But of course, put that aside. Okay, I drove a Vauxhall Corsa around Basildon about 5 years ago when I was learning, obviously before coronavirus hit. And, you know, I obviously started driving around here and I got to know the roads a little bit more well. And obviously, you know, the roads around Basildon are very hit and miss. Now, in terms of the routes can vary. Some routes go into Pitsea, some routes go into Wickford, some routes even go into like the outskirts. So, sort of maybe Langdon Hills, maybe sort of around that area, but majority of them will stay in the town. Obviously, you drive in total for 40 minutes. That's how long the test is. But some of the things to look out for in Basildon, and the biggest one is the roundabouts. There are loads of roundabouts in Basildon, and this is the one thing that lots of learner drivers need to practice here in Basildon, is busy roundabouts. Because there are a lot of roundabouts. The one near me, which is the roundabout that goes towards Burnt Mills, that can catch a lot of learners out, particularly with its 3-laned marking on the road. You can see there are 3 lanes on that roundabout. You need to be in the middle lane if you're going straight on. The far left lane for turning left, and then the right lane for turning right. Some people go straight on it. Some people use the left-hand lane and also go straight on, thinking that lane goes straight on as well. That is not the case. Some of these roads have had these new 3-laned markings added, and it has caught many drivers out. But please note, when you're driving along and approaching the junction, that you reduce your speed immediately and also allow plenty of time to assess the road in front of you. Make sure that the road markings are clear to you when you approach the junction or the roundabout. The Nevendon one is very busy as well, because there is a box junction on there as well. Be careful if you're in that box junction, because you're not allowed to stop in a box junction unless your exit is blocked. As well, the turning right only, it's only one way that you can turn in that box junction. You shouldn't really ever stop in that at all. And make sure your driving instructors always remind you of them before you do your test. Also as well, particularly in Basildon Town Centre, there are a couple of big roundabouts in there as well that you need to be careful of. Obviously, the approach near the Towngate Theatre, that one also heads towards Gloucester Park. There is one there. There's also one down the other end where Pips Hill Retail Park is. There's a big roundabout there. Also as well, probably one of the busiest roundabouts in Basildon is Ashlands. It's a huge roundabout, which is just off after you exit Pitsea. That roundabout has quite a few exits actually to encounter as well. Obviously, it's got one exit that goes kind of straight on as well, and then you've got about a couple of other exits that go round. It is a handful. It's a big roundabout. It might only have 4 exits, but it's huge. It's busy. It's difficult to pull out of because a lot of cars particularly will go straight on towards the A13. So just be aware when you're pulling out to make sure you use your mirrors. And in general, guys, make sure you drive because there's a lot of fast roads, a lot of dual carriageways, 40 miles an hour on some roads, 50 on the roads down East Main and also West Main, them are 50 mile an hour roads. Just be aware it will speed up quite quickly. And also the Gardeners Lane traffic lights as well, they can catch quite a few learners out as well. Just bearing in mind that there are lots of traffic lights around here as well. And also as well, going into Wickford, that can be a little bit confusing with a 20 mile an hour speed limit in the town centre. So just be aware, guys, when you're driving around. It's all about learning the roads. And I've given you some pointers already. And also as well, make sure you're revising before you test the roads around Basildon. If you're going to be taking your test here, make sure, if you don't know the roads, make sure you drive around here. Have a little feel of the roads. As I said, the dual carriageways, there's a lot of them around here. And there are also lots of roads that have big roundabouts on them. Obviously, on some other videos, I will touch on places like Chelmsford as well, Tilbury, another area that's also got some difficult parts as well, which I'll come on to. But in general, that's it for Basildon, really. All I can say, if you are practicing in Basildon, just make sure you practice particularly roundabouts, because there is a lot of big roundabouts here, and observations are crucial. If you don't observe any of these, you will get a foul, and a serious will come up immediately. So just make sure that you practice these big roundabouts, particularly, as I said, Ashlin's, the Nevendon one, and also the roundabouts as well. Because there's a lot of roundabouts. You've got to be prepared, you know. You're going to be exiting off roundabouts. You've got to get ready again. So it's going to be a lot of focus, a lot of attention on the wheel, you know. Make sure you're in the right lane, mirror signal position and speed. Obviously, mirror signal manoeuvre in general. Just make sure in general that you prepare yourself for these roundabouts. I'm not a driving instructor. Okay, this is my best video to explain to you and give you some tips and tricks into how you could effectively pass your test in Basildon. As I said, I did not do mine in Basildon, but I will be doing a video on Southend, which will be covering quite a lot more about Southend, because when we go into the other places that I'm going to be mentioning, there are a few differences with some of the road layouts. But the majority of the road layouts in Basildon are going to be dual carriageways and are going to be majority 40 miles an hour roads. There are some 30s as well, but the majority of the roads around Basildon, particularly heading to the town centre, are 40 mile an hour roads, the main roads. So just be aware when you're travelling into the town centre and also other areas. But that is it for this YouTube video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and goodbye.